to the next dimension.
Hey guys, this is undercoverdudes all the way from down under, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a first impressions of the new free-to-play mech simulator, Hawken. Now, I know this game's been out for quite a while, a couple of months, but you know, I got my new computer, now I can play it, so I'm going to be doing a first impression video, so you guys have a bit of an idea of, you know, what this game is, because it's very unique. Now, it's a first person shooter at its very core, but it's wrapped around a mech simulator, which is really cool, because you don't have many games doing this whole mechy thing, and I really enjoy it, because I'm a massive fan of, you know, shooting other robots, and being a robot, having big guns and stuff like that. So it goes right down my alley. Now, as always, these videos, these first impressions videos, get broken down into graphics, gameplay, sound, you know, is it pay to win, stuff like that. So you guys have a bit of an idea of what this game is. Now, graphics wise, it is amazing. Hawken is a fantastically beautiful game, because you know, some free to play games are just really cheap and stuff like that, but this game has a very small development team, but the fact is it has one of the best graphics. It looks fantastic, this game, and honestly I ramped this up to completely maximum, and it looks as good as Battlefield 3. And now it's a bit hard to, you know, compare games because they're very different, but it looks as good as Battlefield 3 when you ramp it up the max. It looks awesome, and honestly the graphics is one of the best things about the game. Not saying other things are bad, they're actually really good, but the graphics is a massive highlight. So if you want really good looking games, Hawken is the way to go. Now, due to Hawken being a mech simulator, I thought they were going to get some things wrong, because with a normal first-person shooter, you know, it's really easy. You just clone the most popular game and boom, you got a nice easy first-person shooter to play. But with Hawken being a mech simulator, it's very different. You actually, there's no rule book. You kind of got to write it yourself. There's a few games that have done it right, but you know, you've kind of got to make it a bit different in order to get out in this market. Now, what my main worry is the fact that it was either going to be really slow. When you're playing the game, the mechs were going to be really slow and boring, or really fast and be unrealistic and hard to hit shots. But in Hawken, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, because you don't run too fast, you don't run too slow. It's in that butter zone, and it feels like you're in the actual mech. Because when you're in the game, when you're playing, yeah, it feels perfect. It's all clunky and robotic, but it's kind of got that smooth feel to it as well, that you're actually playing and you actually got control. When you're in the cockpit, you've got all these random symbols popping up, and it feels like you're in the future as well. It feels futuristic, which is really good. The guns, they work, they feel perfect, they have the perfect amount of recoil, and it just feels right. You don't have ammo in this game. You can fire as long as you like, but you can overheat your guns, which is a bit of a problem if you spray and pray. But you can keep that trigger held down, and it feels awesome to do it, because you're just in complete control. This game, the gameplay is what keeps me hooked, because you just go in there, you can just have a lot of fun. First out, you don't really need to worry about it. You just use a normal mech, and that's that. But you can also get really in-depth with it if you want to get in-depth with it. You can change your character up, you can use the other classes, but you ain't going to get screwed over if you're using the normal one, which I am doing in this gameplay. Now, sound is generally overlooked in free-to-play games, but it is a very important component. Now in Hawken, sound is amazing. It's very atmospheric. You feel like you're in the actual cockpit. It's very immersive. So when you're playing it, you can hear people going off the left and right, bullets going everywhere. And when you're in a massive frenzied combat, you just hear explosions going everywhere. You see robots getting exploded. It's awesome. And the sound is just complements the gameplay perfectly. It isn't too loud that it wrecks your ears, and it isn't too soft that you don't hear anything. It's just the perfect volume, and the quality is fantastic, and listening to my tridents is just absolutely perfect, and the sound is amazing. Now, with all free-to-play games, it has to be fair. You have to be fair between the people paying the actual real money and people paying in-game money. And the fact is, I'm not going to pay money on this game because I just really don't like it. I just like to play it how it is without spending any money. It feels really fair. I've seen people in games using, you know, buying stuff. They've got the upgraded classes, but I'm still beating them with my default assault rifle. Well, not assault rifle, but the default machine gun and the rocket launcher. And even though they ain't the best, you can still unlock the other classes with normal in-game currency. But you can, obviously it's going to be more of a grind than actually paying it for real life. But that's obvious, how the game is. But it isn't too much of a grind. You go wait 10, 15, 20 matches before you get that new class or something like that. But it's not too bad. It's not like you're going to be waiting forever to get that new class or get that new weapon. And it's permanent too, so it's not on a rental scheme. So saying that, it's very fair between the cash shop, and I believe it's a very, very good component of the game. For people that want to go and support the developers, because they are a small team, as I said, go and support the developers by paying more for, the game, it's all good. Overall, I have to say Hawken is an amazing game. The fact is that there's not many mech shooters on the market on Steam or in free-to-play. I think there's only one other free-to-play mech shooter, and that's still in closed beta or something like that. Guys, download this game. It is fantastic. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay is very immersive, along with the sound, and the cash shop is very fair and balanced. So have a try of it, even if it isn't your cup of tea, if you're more used to playing normal first-person shooters. Have a try of this. You can jump on there once in a while, have a shoot some random robots, and it's just some good old-fashioned fun. But other than that, Undercover Dudes, all the way from down under, out.